This is such an interesting topic today. Okay, so shall we start? So, hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night if you're about to sleep. So, welcome to my channel, and we're gonna talk about something interesting today. So, last week we talked about the Lion King. Lion King? No. Tiger King. Yes, Tiger King. That was such a long video. It took time to edit though, but I loved every moment of editing it. Yeah. And the story was kind of a bit complicated and a bit confusing because there were a lot of people involved in it. A lot of cats, drugs, deaths, murder. So yeah. So today we're gonna talk about Ed and Rose from the 90 Day franchise. So I'm gonna talk about this because it was everywhere in social media. We all knew that the 90 Day franchise was airing for a long time already. So I decided to watch because it was kind of a bit interesting with everything all around me. So I asked my friends, so what season is Ed and Rose in, which is the current season right now. So they said it was season 4. I was having a hard time looking for this show actually because there's no TLC here in Netherlands. And also there in the Philippines, they were having a hard time looking for the show. Then we found out there's kind of like a Netflix. It's called Dplay. All of the TLC shows there, including the 90 Day franchise. So I watched season 4 and I waited a little longer. There was no Ed and Rose. Okay. To find out, I was watching the wrong season, the wrong show to be precise. So the 90 Day Fiancé has a lot of spin-off, 5 or maybe 100. So I tried to confirm it and watch it in the internet, which stated that Ed and Rose is in the 90 Day Fiancé before the 90 Days season 4. Get that, okay? Get that. So why was this show very interesting? One is there's a Filipino, and we Filipinos love watching another Filipino in an international show because we are judgmental people. You know that, guys. And second is Ed, the star. He's kind of a bit interesting. You'll get to know more about him. So a lot of people were making fun of Ed by his looks, and a lot of people were making fun of Rose for being a gold digger and her English skills. And people love to watch drama, especially Filipinos, because Filipinos love judging other Filipinos with foreigner boyfriends. Then I realized I have a foreign partner and living here in Netherlands. So shut up, Phil. As I watched the show, I kind of felt sorry for Ed. People were frying Ed like a lot, especially in YouTube. He was called like Potato, known like Ed, lots of name calling. I kind of felt sorry for him, but when I watched the show, this guy. Okay, I'll just continue watching this one. So let's start off with Ed. So I'm gonna talk about Ed and Rose from episode 1 to 5 because it's kind of a bit long. I don't want to talk a lot. There will be another video for the other episodes, okay? So let's start off with Big Ed. So he's 54 years old that lives in San Diego, California. He works in a architecture firm. At the same time, he's also a photographer. He has a cute dog named Teddy, and Ed rides with his motorcycle with Teddy. It's kind of cute. So how Ed stands out from the rest of the 90 Day cast is his he had a shorter neck. So I want to explain to you why he has a short neck, because he has this condition called the Klippel-Feil syndrome. It's a congenital musculoskeletal condition characterized by the fusion of 2 vertebrae. Sounds smart, right? So basically, it's not his fault. But I looked up to his other photos when he was young. He was rather dashing actually, but I think he let himself go and got fatter, and all the fat just came into his neck. It kind of made him look like that thing. So he called himself Big Ed to make him feel bigger, even though he's 4'11". So he has a 29-year-old daughter, and also being single for 29 years after his divorce. So he was kind of a bit lonely, I guess, for 29 years. Yeah. So while he was scrolling Facebook, he found this beautiful Filipino girl called Rosemary. So Rosemary is a 23-year-old girl living in Caloocan, Philippines, which is about 3 to 4 hours from Manila, but I'm not sure because maybe the traffic is 5, 6, 7, or 8. Depends on the traffic. So all we know about Rose is that she has a 4-year-old son and she lives with her sister Mary. Maria, sorry guys. I get confused with names. That's why I don't like talking about murder mysteries and those things because yeah, there are too many people involved. Oh, okay, let's continue. The start of the series, Ed was head over heels with Rosemary. Head over heels, head. And he had a plan to go to the Philippines so that he could really meet with Rosemary in person. At the same time, he had a plan to marry her, yeah, very fast. And naturally, the family and friends were against this, including his daughter, which led to his daughter stop talking to him eventually. Of course, if I was a daughter, I would be pissed off and also be concerned about my father. The girl is way younger than her. She's 23 and also the daughter is like 29. Wow. Might as well adopt Rose Ed. So Ed was sending Rose gifts every week. The thing is, Rose didn't receive any of these gifts. And Filipinos were like prejudging her. She's lying. She received the gifts and then she's just selling them the gifts so that she has more money. Blah, 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 blah. Shut up. Now let me break it down to you guys, okay? So it takes 1 or 2 months for like a package from outside the Philippines. Now how much more for America or Europe? There's a 50% chance you would receive it or not. Before, my partner sent a big package to the Philippines and it took like 1.5 months. And I was just waiting and waiting. So I couldn't deal with it and I went directly to the post office to find out some of the stuffs were missing. Welcome to the Philippines. Good job, Filipinos. So fast forward, so Ed went to the Philippines, which Rose and Ed finally met. It was kind of a bit awkward. For Ed, it was magic though. Like he had butterflies, like oh. And Rose was like kinda. She was surprised that he was shorter because Ed lied about his height. Rose's reaction was kind of a bit funny though. She said, quote unquote, I see in person he was really big, but short. And then she laughs. Then Ed said, there's a tiny difference, and said it in Spanish, paquito. So we all know Philippines was colonized by the Spaniards, but it doesn't mean we speak Spanish. Except for the Chavacanos in Zamboanga. And Ed was saying, paquito, paquito, pequeño, pequeño. And Rose was like, Sir, we don't speak Spanish. Oh my God, puta. So they went to the hotel so they can rest and they had separate beds. So, well, at least, Ed was a bit, considerate about this. But my issue is was the language barrier with them. Rose even expressed that she had trouble understanding everything and because her English was limited and she gets stressed out. Ed should be more considerate. He should speak slower or he has a lot of American expression in that show, so he makes like a lot of jokes. He should explain more and speak lesser expressions to her, I think. So the next day they decided to go for shopping. So Ed was thinking to buy Rose a pajamas because she didn't have pajamas in the hotel. Well, it was quite nice of him actually. But my issue was about Rose. As Ed was paying for the stuff, Rose just grabbed the money out of Ed's wallet. And Ed was like, I'm not comfortable with this. Yeah, of course, me too. I would be, not comfortable about it. And then she pays it to the vendor and she would say, keep the change, keep the change. Well, it was just 10 pesos. It's not worth much though. But Rose, that's not your money. The next issue was the area itself. So they were shopping outside, which is very, very hot, especially for Ed. I know Rose is not from Manila, but she should know that it's quite really hot for an American guy to be outside. They could have went to a mall, which there's a lot of air conditioning, and Ed was really wet. He looked like a soaked potato. Yes, that's the word. So Ed was like, I can't handle this. Let's find something relaxing. And they went to a pedicure. So they just sat down and relaxed and just talked a bit. From the beginning of the series, like Ed was like constantly questioning Rose about her Facebook friends. He wants to know why Rose has a lot of Facebook friends. I mean, sir, Philippines is an overpopulated country. Of course, naturally, we have a lot of friends. And we Filipinos, we have a habit of adding people we don't know. And if someone adds us, we check first if he or she is attractive, and then we just accept attractive. So Ed keeps asking Rose about her ex-boyfriends. I mean, dude, give her a break. Keep looking forward, Ed. Keep looking forward. Heads up, heads up, heads up. So they went to the restaurant after that. This was the highlight of the episode. During the dinner, Ed asked Rose to take an STD test because he wasn't comfortable with her anymore. I mean, sir, this is your first day with Rose. Of all the questions, I understand the point of Ed, but you know, my God, it's your first day. Maybe he could have, delivered the question differently. There was an interview with Ed that his daughter pointed out how he should have dealt with this. So this is what his daughter said to him, that he should have used this from the beginning. I am going to have an STD test to see my status, and maybe you should also do it too. Ed, listen to your daughter, okay? You're lucky you have a smart daughter. And of course, Rose was very offended. She said, quote unquote, my heart cracked. It means her heart was broken. I'm a good interpreter. So this part, Ed was such a dick, like a real dick. And he keeps, asking Rose about her past and wouldn't let go about it. And then he says he doesn't trust her. Oh my God. And he said it's not fair. And Rose said, you should also take the STD test. And then Ed said, he's more comfortable having the test in the US. I mean, dude, we send nurses in America. We may not have the perfect health care system, but I think STD tests, we can do that. We can do that very well in the Philippines, my God. Now, I can see the frustration with Rose, actually, because she's really angry. And then she can't express fully because she's limited with her English. And after Ed went out because he needed air for your neck. In that scene, my heart crumbled when I saw Rose crying. Most Filipinos in the Philippines didn't see this part. Well, of course, we don't have TLC there in the Philippines, but we only see the small parts through Facebook, YouTube, the funny parts mostly. But in that part, it was like, I really felt sorry for Rose at that moment. So Rose explains that all of her past relationships didn't go well, and she doesn't want to bring it up. Of course, it hurts, so she doesn't want to talk about it. Guys, give her a break. So Ed asks, what have you been doing for the last 4 years after your first boyfriend with her son? And how about you, Ed? What have you been doing for 29 years? 29 years. I'm pretty sure you mingle some people. And plus, he was taking pictures with models. And Rose didn't even question about that, ever. So Rose went back to the hotel with a separate room, of course, because, that was kind of a bit stressful. And then after that, Ed looked for a taxi and, let Rose go ahead to the hotel first. And then he said he doesn't believe in love anymore. Well, you brought this to yourself, Ed, my God. So that's it for now, guys, because, it's quite long, and I'll have a part 2 with this one. Because, so we can get more details about Ed and Rose, because this is fun. So, I had fun actually, guys. I had fun talking about this one. So, I'll give you more information over the next episode. And also, it's still ongoing, guys. It's still ongoing. The show is ongoing. And there's still more stuff going on. But I will I'll first watch the latest episode, because the latest episode they didn't put Rose and Ed in it, which is kind of weird. Yeah, and then they show the next episode that Rose is in Palawan with Ed. I have to watch that first, and then I'll make my second video, part 2. But I'm not sure. It's just 2 parts with this video. I think it's gotta be more. Well, it depends. Let's just see. So that's it for now. And a quick reminder, just stay home, wash your hands all the time, take a bath all the time, eat healthy food, drink lots of water, and maintain social distancing. If you see some people breaking the rules, yes, about social distancing, wash their mouth. Have fun, stay safe, and goodbye.